Yamaha Snowmobiles quitting the market was like your favorite Netflix show getting canceled mid-season. You're left stunned, confused, and shouting "why" at your screen. For decades, Yamaha was unstoppable. They ruled the snow, pushing the limits of speed, power, and innovation. Whether it was backcountry thrill seekers or hardcore racers, Yamaha had a machine ready to dominate any terrain. They weren't just another snowmobile brand, they were legendary. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Yamaha pulled the plug. In 2023, they shocked fans by announcing a complete exit from the snowmobile industry by 2025. How could a brand that defined an entire sport just walk away? Was it shrinking sales, shifting market trends, or had Yamaha simply lost its passion? This is the shocking story of Yamaha's rise to power, the devoted following they built, and their sudden, puzzling decision to disappear. We'll uncover their biggest triumphs, toughest battles, and the choices behind their unexpected downfall. Yamaha Snowmobiles may have left the scene, but their legacy and controversy is far from over. This ride through Yamaha's snowmobile history is about to get wild. Curious to find out what really happened? We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Do you enjoy the video? Your support means the world to us. Help us grow and hit that subscribe button. Thanks to you. Flashback to the late 1960s. Snowmobiles were exploding in popularity, and Yamaha wanted in. Companies like Ski-Doo and Polaris had already staked their claim, but Yamaha, known for their high-performance motorcycles, saw an opening to shake up the industry. In 1968, they dropped their first sled, the SL350. While competitors stuck with fragile chain drives, Yamaha introduced a tougher, more reliable shaft drive. It was a small change, but it set the tone. Yamaha wasn't here to follow. They were here to dominate. Through the 70s and 80s, they kept pushing boundaries. They pioneered liquid-cooled engines for extreme conditions and advanced suspension for a smoother ride, turning snowmobiling from rough and rugged into fast and precise. By the 90s, Yamaha wasn't just a major player. They were a force to be reckoned with. But their ambitions didn't stop there. They weren't just chasing sales, they were chasing victory on the racetrack. And that's where things really got interesting. Stay tuned. Yamaha's ride was about to hit turbo speed. Over the years, Yamaha didn't just build snowmobiles, they built legends. In 1984, they unleashed the Phaser, a machine that changed the game overnight. Lightweight, powerful, and affordable, it became an instant favorite among both weekend riders and hardcore enthusiasts. It wasn't just a snowmobile, it was freedom on two skis. Then came the V-Max series in the late 80s and early 90s, and Yamaha turned up the heat.
Totally impressed with how it works.
These machines weren't just built to ride, they were built to race. With high revving engines and razor-sharp handling, the V-Max left competitors choking on snow dust. Yamaha wasn't just keeping up, they were setting the pace.
Yamaha takes a bold step forward with the all-new V-Max 500 and V-Max 600.
But their boldest move came in 2002 with the RX-1, the world's first high-performance four-stroke snowmobile. At a time when nearly every sled ran on two-stroke engines, fast but inefficient, Yamaha took a risk. Their four-stroke technology was cleaner, more fuel-efficient, and packed a ridiculous amount of power. It was a revolution that forced the industry to rethink everything. Yamaha had once again set the bar higher than ever, but with every great leap forward comes a challenge, and Yamaha's biggest battle was just around the corner. By the mid-2000s, Yamaha wasn't just competing, they were dominating. While other brands were still refining their two-stroke engines, Yamaha had already taken the industry into the future with their cutting-edge four-stroke technology. Their engines were more reliable, more efficient, and built to last. If you wanted a snowmobile that could handle thousands of miles with minimal maintenance, Yamaha was the only name that mattered. One of their biggest breakthroughs came with the Genesis four-stroke engine, featured in models like the Apex and Nitro. These machines delivered insane acceleration and unmatched durability, crushing the competition with brute force and longevity. Unlike traditional two-strokes that constantly needed tuning and repairs, Yamaha's four-strokes were practically indestructible. But Yamaha wasn't just about raw power. They were about control. Their monoshock rear suspension smoothed out rough terrain like never before, while their innovative lightweight frame designs improved handling without sacrificing strength. For a while, Yamaha seemed unstoppable. Their machines dominated racetracks, ruled the backcountry, and set new standards for quality. But behind the scenes, the industry was shifting, and Yamaha was about to face a challenge even their engineering couldn't outrun. Yamaha didn't just build fast machines, they dominated the track. From snowcross to hill climbs to grueling endurance races, Yamaha Snowmobiles crushed the competition. Their sleds weren't just built for speed, they were engineered to win. Professional racers loved Yamaha for one reason: pure, unfiltered power. Models like the RX-1, Apex, and Nitro packed high-revving engines, cutting-edge suspension, and the kind of bulletproof reliability that made the difference between winning and breaking down mid-race. Even in brutal conditions, Yamaha gave riders the edge they needed to push harder, ride faster, and claim victory. But it wasn't just racers who swore by Yamaha, it was an entire generation of riders. If you grew up carving trails on a Phaser or tearing across frozen lakes on a VMAX, you weren't just a Yamaha customer, you were a Yamaha rider for life.
So, I already switched to Yamaha and am truly in love with it.
The brand didn't just sell snowmobiles, it built loyalty, passion, and a reputation for unmatched performance. Yet, even as Yamaha kept pushing forward, the industry was changing beneath their skis. New competitors, shifting rider preferences, and mounting environmental pressures were about to shake the foundation of the sport. And Yamaha? They were heading straight for a storm. By the 2010s, the snowmobile industry had turned into an all-out arms race. Polaris, Ski-Doo, and Arctic Cat were pushing the limits with sleds that were lighter, faster, and more aggressive than ever before. Yamaha was still building top-tier machines, but the competition was evolving at breakneck speed. One major challenge: weight. Yamaha's four-stroke engines were beasts, powerful, efficient, and built to last, but they were also heavier than the two-stroke power plants used by rivals. In deep powder and extreme backcountry terrain, Yamaha sleds started to feel more like freight trains compared to the ultralight, flickable machines from Polaris and Ski-Doo. At the same time, the sport itself was shifting. Riders were ditching the trails and heading deeper into the mountains. Backcountry was king, and lightweight, agile sleds became the new gold standard. Yamaha, despite its rock-solid reputation,
when you go over the bumps, it's so much nicer than ones that are closer to the ground. The suspension's so much better. I love it.
was struggling to keep up with this seismic shift. The warning signs were clear. If Yamaha didn't adapt, and fast, they were about to be left in the snow dust. It wasn't just the competition. Consumer demands were changing fast. Riders wanted sleds that were easier to maintain, more affordable, and more environmentally friendly. Yamaha's four-stroke engines were cleaner and more efficient than traditional two-strokes, but there was a catch. They also made Yamaha's machines more expensive. Meanwhile, Ski-Doo flipped the script with their E-Tech two-stroke engines, delivering power, lightweight design, and fuel efficiency.
850 E-Tech engine, the most powerful,
all without the extra weight of Yamaha's four-strokes. Suddenly, riders had an alternative that matched Yamaha's efficiency while still offering the nimbleness and agility they craved. But Yamaha had bigger problems. The entire snowmobile market was shrinking. Rising costs, unpredictable snowfall, and an aging rider demographic meant fewer people were buying new sleds. Yamaha found itself squeezed between a declining market and relentless competition. And then came the final blow, the moment that sealed Yamaha's fate. Yamaha's downfall wasn't the result of one big mistake. It was death by 1,000 cuts, a slow collapse caused by shifting trends, changing riders, and an industry that moved faster than they could. In the next section, we'll uncover the real reasons behind Yamaha's shocking exit from the snowmobile world. Stay tuned, because the truth is even wilder than you think. By the 2020s, Yamaha's snowmobile division wasn't just struggling, it was on life support. Sales were plummeting, and the market was shrinking faster than anyone had predicted. What was once a booming industry had become a niche sport. With fewer and fewer riders buying new machines each year. One of the biggest reasons? Cost. Yamaha's high-performance four-stroke snowmobiles were built to last, but they came with a premium price tag.
With each passing year, the legend of Yamaha SRX-LE.
Meanwhile, riders looking for an affordable, lightweight, high-performance sled were turning to Polaris and Ski-Doo, where two-stroke models delivered power without the extra weight, or the extra dollars. Then came another gut punch: climate change. Winters were becoming shorter and more unpredictable, with lower snowfall in key riding regions. Fewer snow days meant fewer buyers willing to drop serious cash on a brand new sled. Yamaha found itself trying to sell premium machines in a market that was becoming tougher every year. Even their partnership with Arctic Cat, which let them rebadge Arctic Cat models under the Yamaha name, wasn't enough to turn things around. The numbers didn't lie. Yamaha was investing in a market that simply wasn't there anymore. Something had to give. Declining sales and economic pressures weren't the only reasons Yamaha fell. They also made some crucial mistakes. First, they failed to innovate fast enough. Their four-stroke engines were groundbreaking in the early 2000s, but the industry didn't stand still. Ski-Doo and Polaris were introducing turbocharged two-strokes, machines that packed four-stroke level power without the extra weight.
The most powerful, responsive.
Yamaha, meanwhile, stuck to the same old formula for too long, watching as competitors raced ahead. Second, they leaned too heavily on Arctic Cat. Instead of designing and building their own next-gen models, Yamaha started rebranding Arctic Cat sleds under their name. For loyal Yamaha riders, this felt like a step backward. If you wanted an Arctic Cat, you just buy an Arctic Cat, not a Yamaha with a different logo. The brand's once unique identity started to fade. Finally, Yamaha wasn't just struggling in the snowmobile market, they were thriving elsewhere. Their motorcycles, ATVs, and marine engines were booming. So instead of continuing to pour money into a shrinking snowmobile business, Yamaha made a cold, calculated decision. It was time to walk away. In 2023, they made it official. By 2025, Yamaha would be out of the snowmobile game for good. The end of an era had arrived. Yamaha may be leaving the snowmobile industry.
It may be the last Yamaha snowmobile product launch.
But their legacy is built to last. From shaft-driven sleds to the four-stroke revolution, Yamaha changed the game. They set the bar for durability, reliability, and high-performance engineering, forcing competitors to step up or fall behind. Their machines weren't just fast. They were built to outlast anything else on the trail. Yamaha's departure isn't just another brand exiting the industry. It's a massive loss for snowmobiling. They were one of the few companies that truly pushed innovation forward, delivering technology that reshaped the sport. And for riders who swear by their four-stroke powerhouses, finding a true replacement will be nearly impossible. But even though Yamaha won't be making new sleds, their influence is everywhere. The suspension systems, high-performance four-stroke engines, and engineering breakthroughs they pioneered, they've become industry standards. Their name may no longer be stamped on new machines, but Yamaha's mark on the snowmobile world is permanent. Their story doesn't end here. Their legacy is carved into the snow forever. Yamaha's downfall in the snowmobile industry is a masterclass in what happens when you don't adapt. They were pioneers, innovators, and at one point industry leaders. But as the snowmobiling world shifted toward lightweight, high-powered two-strokes, Yamaha stuck to their heavier four-stroke machines, refusing to change course. And in an industry built on speed, both on the snow and in innovation, falling behind is a death sentence. Another harsh lesson? Loyalty alone doesn't keep a brand alive. Yamaha had one of the most dedicated fan bases in snowmobiling.
It really is, and it feels good.
But passion doesn't pay the bills. As sales declined and the market shrank, even die-hard Yamaha riders couldn't stop the inevitable. At the end of the day, business is business. And Yamaha chose to focus on industries where they were still winning. So, what happens next? The snowmobile industry is evolving faster than ever. With electric sleds on the rise and Ski-Doo and Polaris battling for dominance, the next decade will define the future of the sport. Yamaha's exit is a warning. Even legends can fall if they don't evolve. Yamaha's departure from the snowmobile industry isn't just another brand exiting the game. It's the end of an era. For decades, they were more than just a competitor. They were pioneers, innovators, and legends. Their machines set the gold standard for performance, reliability, and engineering excellence. But in the face of economic pressures, shifting rider demands, and relentless competition, even one of the biggest names in snowmobiling couldn't hold on forever. Soon, Yamaha snowmobiles will disappear from dealerships. No more brand new phasers, VMAXs, or Apex sleds rolling off the production line. But one thing is certain, their impact will never fade. Yamaha may have left the snow, but their influence is carved into the industry forever. Now, the big question, did Yamaha make the right call? Or did they pull the plug too soon? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.